allegiance to this flag. And if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you.
Welcome back to Common Sense Radio. I am so glad that you are joining us back today. Beautiful fall day. I mean, that sky can't get any bluer. And incredible winning women in the studio. And of course, we're so glad to be back with you. I just drove by coming into the station, just drove by a big honkin' wave over on the corner of Woodman and Academy. American patriots out there, just standing there, just waving our flag and honkings going. I mean, it was absolutely patriotic. Just watching that, knowing that we live in the greatest country in the world. I want to just say that, this is our third show. And from our first two shows, we've received emails and phone calls and just so much of, Lana, we are so happy you guys are doing this. We have a conservative voice down here in Southern Colorado, local talk show right here, right now. It's not national, it's right here. So I just wanted to say you're welcome. And we're doing this for you. And we're doing this for all of us. We're doing this for our country. Enough of being politically correct. Let's get down to it. Okay, so I wanted to just give a shout out to my brothers up the road, Ken Clark and Jason Morley on Grassroots Radio. They're fighting the fight every day, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 on KLZ 560. And, we do this on Saturdays. And we are really trying to get out you to pay attention to what's going on right here, right now in our county. It is so important. It is so important across the state, guys. Those that are listening, live streaming across the state, we need your help and we need you to get involved with us. And so I just wanted to kind of touch base quickly on two major topics we covered in the last 2 weeks. First one was on Amendment 66. Guys, listen up. This is a no vote. Listen, no on 66. Let's call it like it is. Let's say what it is. It backfills para. It is not for the kids. Number two, it is to line the pockets of those bureaucrats. That is what it's for. It's an annual $1 billion tax increase.
Billion with a B.
Billion with a B.
Every year.
Every year. Vote no on Amendment 66. So that's the first thing. Second thing is the City for Champions. I have reached out to Mayor Bach here in Colorado Springs, and I've asked for an interview on Common Sense Radio. I have also asked for an interview in Common Sense News, and we are still waiting for a reply. His proposal is a $218 million proposal that moves our Sky Sox Stadium to downtown, that opens an event center which competes with the privately owned World Arena that's just a few blocks down the road. Why would you do that? Why would you make it a government versus the private sector? Once again, it's not going to work. I don't care how people spin it. It's not going to spin on this show. So we wanted to talk about those two things. Then we, of course, want to bring on why we have the most amazing person in studio today. Her name is Leslie White. Leslie is a part of Winning with Women. And we're going to talk about Winning with Women, what Winning with Women is about. Leslie is my sister in liberty. I love her so much. She has been such a fighter, a patriot throughout the state. Everyone knows Leslie has worked so hard on Winning with Women. So welcome, Leslie, and tell us, what is Winning with Women?
Lana, thank you so much, and congratulations. This is your third show. I'm absolutely, I'm honored to be here. Thank you very much. Winning with Women, it was started back in 2010, and why it was started, the fact of the matter is, if you look at all the voting numbers out there, the voting data, specifically the gender gap, there's a great organization, the Center for American Women at Rutgers University, and they have been tracking the gender gap since 1980. And the gender gap is a calculation of the percentage of women, more women, that vote for the winning candidate. And last year, again, we have a gender gap. More than 10% of the women in America more than 10% of these women voted more for the winning candidate than they did for the losing candidate. So you know what? We have a problem here. Yeah, we have a huge problem. And I'm going to be really bold when I say this, bold, bodacious, and fearless. Women are wrecking our country in regards to how they vote. We got to get them involved. We need to reach out to them. We need to look at a non-traditional way to reach out to women. Have a gathering, build a friendship. When you build a friendship, what happens? You're more willing to give your time, talent, and money, and there's a trust that is built. So winning with women is about having gatherings, getting together, supporting one another, and then doing something. We've all gone to Republican women's events. You go to a nice luncheon, a nice speaker, you walk away. What do you accomplish? Absolutely nothing. And we're in Colorado. Back in September, we had that big recall vote down with John Morse. And the Saturday before the election, 60 plus women came. We walked close to 3,000 doors. We knocked on doors, and we only won by 343 votes. Now remember, a lot of coalitions came together for this, but it was so exciting to see women saying, wait, this is an overreach. They got involved. They took action. We made a difference. Winning with Women, I just drove down from Douglas County. Big school board race happening there. And we had some women going door to door today. This is a critical school board race in Douglas County. So winning with women, we're going to take action. But also another component of that is there are great conservative women in America. We all know mainstream media hates conservative women. Look at Bachmann.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I want to mention one winning woman down here. Her name is Michelle Malkin.
Ooh, Michelle.
Yeah, we love Michelle.
She is awesome. I reached out to her this week, asked her to do a robocall for Amendment 66, and you know what her response was? Yes. She did the robocall, no cost at all, went out to Douglas County. I'm absolutely amazed. And then she texts me back, Leslie, what else can I do for you? You know what? That is a winning woman. She's an international star when it comes to being bold, bodacious, and fearless, conservative. She gets beat up all the time from the left, and she keeps on keeping on. She's awesome.
That's right. Well, that's what we need. We need women like that. Women who are making a stand and taking a stand. Now, of course, we have Anne Vinnola in studio with us as well. Anne is the editor-in-chief at Common Sense News. And Anne, we have that article in the newspaper, this issue. Can you talk about that article?
Yes, it's by Kelly Jean Leggett, and it's called Bloom Colorado Women. And it's talking about how she got involved in politics, but how she realized that she needed to, get off the couch, per se, and get everybody involved, get herself involved, start paying attention to what's going on. She realized this was for her kids. And so that's a fantastic article that we've got in there for her.
Well, exactly. Okay, so see, that's just it. Women, listen. Moms, grandmas, sisters, listen. This is so important. You've got to get involved. Stop sitting in your world where you're driving kids to soccer and you're doing laundry and you're cleaning the house. We get it. We are all there with you.
Yeah, it's all important to do. We all have to do it. But
we have to do it. Mm-hmm. However, what we need you guys to help us with is getting involved. Women, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. And I'm telling you, you guys have to help us. We have to do this together. Republican women, conservative women, let's take back our country. If we sit back right now, we sit back too long, the country's going to be taken away from us. It's already taken away. What are we leaving our kids and our grandkids? What are we leaving them?
Yeah, have we taken our kids to church? Are we taking them to soccer but not to church? What's happening with that? They need that foundation also, and that combines with the rest of it.
So the women that get, constantly attacked on a daily basis, Leslie, Michelle Malkin, Sarah Palin, Michelle Bachmann, Condi Rice. I mean, you hear about this, Monica Crowley. These are fantastic women who stand for what we believe in.
You know what? And then we got 4 incredible governors right now, Republican women who are governors. And just for the record, I am a registered unaffiliated. I am a true conservative. But think about Jan Brewer in Arizona. Think about Susana Martinez. And her name keeps floating out there as a potential presidential candidate. You have Mary Fallon in Oklahoma. Do you know the last two elections, 2008, 2012, every single district, or what do you call it? Is it precinct? It's not precinct. What do you call it?
District, congressional races, districts, right.
Well, every single, no, what do you call it? We have like 67 in Colorado. What do you call
Counties.
it? Counties. Okay.
We have 64.
Okay. 60, all the counties in Oklahoma turned red. There's something going on in Oklahoma.
Oh, gosh, I love Oklahoma.
And then think about Nikki Haley, South Carolina.
Fabulous lady.
So those are 4 senators really making an impact. We only have 19 U.S. House of Representatives, conservative women, and there's 435. Don't you think we have a problem there? Are they representing their constituents? Are they reflecting the people that they, govern?
Right. No, they're not.
We need more. We need more.
Yeah, we do.
And in the U.S. Senate, we only have 4 U.S. senators. I would say one is absolutely amazing. One is Deb Fischer out of
Nebraska.
Nebraska, yeah.
And that brings in Terri Ingraldi, who's in studio with us today. And Terri is a winning woman. Winning woman. And the reason why she is because Terri is the fundraising chair for Honor Flight of Southern Colorado. And Terri is amazing. She's my sister in Liberty, and her husband is the president of our chapter, and I'm the vice president. And I met Terri, of course, through Sal. And Terri, tell us about Honor Flight.
Hi, Lana. Thanks for having me here today. Honor Flight we are a hub of a national organization, and Honor Flight was started back in 2004. A physician named Earl Morse started it up when he was finding out that after the monument was built 60 years after the war had ended, that his patients had not been able to go to the monument to see the monument that was erected
because of
in their
cost.
honor. Because of cost, because of their economic status, because of their advanced age. Family members were not able to take them. And so that's when it all began.
Well, we're going to get into Honor Flight of Southern Colorado more. We're going to get back to Winning with Women, and we're going to get back to Common Sense News. And we're going to really fill this hour's never long enough, but we're going to fill this hour with information that you're going to need. So join back with us after this break.
Pretty woman, won't you pardon me, pretty woman?
Well, I don't know if you want to call pretty woman to this woman behind the mic today, because I don't have any makeup on, and I just, I like being behind the mic on my Saturdays because I don't have to put makeup on.
But you do get ribbed from the
yes,
sidekicks.
I do. The sidekicks get on me every time. But I do want to get back to Winning with Women. I want to get back to what's going on. How did this whole thing start? How did Winning with Women start? What is your goal?
Lana, first of all, you're a winning woman. I can't believe the energy that's in this place. It feels like dynamite's going to go off shortly. I was pretty frustrated with attending Republican women's events. And it was one Sunday, and I decided to go out to Facebook, and I looked up all the people that had my first name, Leslie. And I came upon this person's name. Her name was Leslie Van Borsen. And she was in Arizona. And it said she loved hysteria. And it mentioned Winning with Women, and it caught my eye. So I just said, what do you mean by Winning with Women? And we exchanged some emails. We exchanged some phone calls, and it was kind of like a blind date. And it's so funny because we had just lost the primary election here. Yeah. And we were going into the general election in 2010. And she said, why don't you come to Tucson? We're having a unity dinner. Come and spend the weekend with John and I, her husband. And I'm like, really? I said, this doesn't sound cool. I don't know. She said, come on, come. And you know what? It's the best thing I ever did. So she's really the visionary and founder of Winning with Women. And Lana, it's really simple. Become a friend with somebody. Engage in a conversation. Find out and meet them where they are at. Listen. Don't tell. Listen. And in the same respect, How can we support one another right now? You are being a winning woman. You have 3 people right now in your studio, and you're supporting them. You're allowing them to talk. You are motivating them. You're giving them a platform. And that's what Winning with Women is all about. There was one gathering we had, when was it? I don't know, a couple of years ago. And there was a local House representative that was up for election.
Yes.
And we just had a gathering, 10 to 12 people?
That's right.
After it was all said and done, what happened? This woman walks away with some money,
Yes.
a candidate. She walks away with a campaign manager. She walks away with a strategy. And she walks away with friends. And you know what? That's what it's all about.
That's right.
It's simple.
I was there.
You were there. And there were some other awesome winning women there.
Yes.
But it's so, do you get it? It's
Yes.
basic. There's no Robert Rules of Order. There's no hierarchy. There's no membership. There's no dues. Do something.
There's no bureaucracy.
None. And you know what? I'm not a bureaucrat at all. And Maggie Thatcher, one of the things with Winning with Women is our Facebook page is Winning with Women, and our website is winningwithwomen.org. And we have a picture of Maggie Thatcher out there. Maggie Thatcher was not a bureaucrat.
No, she wasn't.
No, she was a real woman, just a mom.
She was. And what we say in Facebook a lot, join Winning with Women and help build Maggie's Army in America.
She's such a hero. She's one that in college, she's the one I looked up to constantly. Margaret Thatcher, what a great woman, what a conservative woman. Her they were against her, and she never let up. She didn't sit on a fence. And you know what happens when you sit on a fence? You get splinters. And it hurts. So, you guys, we need to realize what women are about. If there's a war on women, excuse me, there is no war on women. That is a total 100% bluff.
Well, unless you're a conservative woman, then there's a lot of battles going on and these women being attacked all the time.
No, but what I'm talking about is the, women reproductive rights.
Right.
Oh, they're going to take away my birth control. They're going to take away this. They're going to take away that.
Right.
Okay.
Hogwash.
Let's talk back to the original. Okay, so let's go back to 1954. Let's go back to where a sergeant out of California introduced the 19th Amendment. Let's talk about that. A Republican. Let's talk about how the Democrat-controlled Congress constantly turned down women to vote. Turned it down. Democrats, guys, it was Democrats that did it. Democrats. It was the Republicans that pushed for women to vote. They were the ones who pushed for abolishing slavery. They're the ones who pushed for free speech. The Republicans, not the Democrats. Martin Luther King himself is a Republican, was a Republican. Why is it that we feel like we lose to the minorities and the left has to constantly attract the minorities? They have to constantly try to say, oh, it's because the Republicans or the conservatives are trying to take away those rights from you.
Well,
Hogwash.
my war on women, is when I go to the grocery store and I can't afford to buy anything, or when, with our small business, that's the war. That's where the war meets it. It's not all those other things. It's day-to-day life, that huge bureaucracy and government overreach in our society. That's where the battle is for me.
That's right.
And let's think about healthcare right now. It's turned into a total mess. Now, what kind of choice is there for women? I thought you were going to be able to keep your own doctor. I thought that you were going to be able to choose a health plan that was a little bit more affordable. Based on the rates that I'm seeing out there, I think this is the total war on women. And the White House, there is data there that reflects that the salaries of the women that work in the White House, guess what? It's less than men. So, you know what? We have a message and a messenger problem, I think, in the conservative movement. And Winning with Women, sitting here, we can make a difference. There's
You're
a
right.
problem. We have a message and a messenger problem. And you know what? We need to get more women elected to office. Think about this. We have just as many women going into law, into healthcare, into higher professions. I don't know where these women are, but some of these women are voting for the guy that's most likable. And you know what? They're wrecking our country. I'm just really being bold and bodacious and
Yes.
fearless here. We got smart women, and they're not thinking the right way when it comes to these guys that we're electing. They are creating the war on women. Obama, I truly believe, has a big war on women. Our entire nation is going down the tubes.
I know. Women, we're responsible. We are the caretakers. We take care of mom and dad when they get older. We take care of our kids. Our kids grow up, and then we take care of grandkids. We are the ones who do everything. We're the ones who look at the money that's in the checking account. We balance the budget. We go to the grocery store. We balance everything. Let's talk about this let's talk about this. Let's get involved. Women, Amendment 66. It's not for your kids. It's not for your kids. Pay attention and do your research. Everything that we're trying to tell you, this education bill that was passed this last legislation in the 69th Assembly, are you kidding me? The Common Core curriculum?
It was horrendous.
Moms, are you paying attention? Do you even know what your fourth graders are going to be taught? Fourth graders.
Sex ed.
It's sex ed.
And it's not just carefully worded sex ed.
Not only that, there is Amy Mitchell, who is a winning woman. Amy Mitchell is the Cap Alert chair for the state, for the Republican Party. When she got the information on the sex ed bill, I think it's 1081. When she got it, she called me and said, Lon, are you sitting down? And I said, well, I'm driving. And she said, you need to be sitting down. This bill is so bad, I don't even know how to transcribe it. And she said, it is so bad. Why are we not paying attention? I said, I know. So more when we get back after this break.
Some will lose. Some of all just sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Because I'm in love with an uptown girl. You know I seen her in her uptown girl. She's getting tired.
Okay, we are back to Common Sense Radio. I am your host, Lana Four. Thank you so much for being with us this beautiful Saturday fall day here in Colorado. We're going to go to Terri Ingraldi about Honor Flight of Southern Colorado and get more information on Honor Flight. I'm going to make a quick disclaimer of the reason why I'm involved with it, and that's because of my dad. My dad was a B-17 bomber pilot in World War II, flew his 28 missions and got shot down, taken to one of Hitler's concentration camps in Weimar, Germany, Buchenwald. And when we started this Honor Flight hub here in Southern Colorado, I had come home and I told Dad, I said, Dad, we're starting Honor Flight. And he said, I better be on that first flight. And he died a month later. So I have made this my life mission to fly his comrades on a trip of their lifetime. And so, Terri, tell us, what is Honor Flight of Southern Colorado?
Honor Flight of Southern Colorado, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization, and we fly our World War II veterans to Washington, D.C. for a 3-day trip of the lifetime. Like I said earlier, the World War II monument was not built until 60 years after the war ended.
Yep.
And these gentlemen and women, with their economic status and their advanced age, do not have the means to go visit this memorial that was erected in their honor. So Honor Flight was started. It started out in one state, and it has grown to 46 different states now. Everybody has their own hub. There are a couple different hubs here in Colorado. We are Southern Colorado. We take care of 32 counties in Southern Colorado. So anybody that is a World War II veteran, if they have not applied yet to go on a trip with us, assist them by going to www.honorflightsoco.org. And there are veteran applications there that you can download, help that veteran fill that out, and send it in. It costs us about $950 to take each World War II veteran to Washington, D.C., and we do take them for a trip of a lifetime. So far, since 2011, we have taken over 72 World War II veterans, and we are a long-standing organization. Once we get through all of our World War II veterans, this program will be opened up to Vietnam and Korea War veterans. But again, that's down the road, as we have so many World War II veterans that are on our waiting list waiting to go. Our issue, though, is waiting for the funding to come along so that we can take these gentlemen. And time is not on our side.
No, we're losing, 1,000 a day?
Right now, because of the decrease in the amount of World War II vets, we're losing 640 per day, according to the Veterans Administration. We have over 20,000 World War II veterans still alive in Colorado alone.
And we need to fly these guys to DC.
And we need to get them there. And we're responsible for half of the state. So if you just take the number of 10,000 veterans that we have to take, we've got an awful lot of money to raise to get these men and women to Washington, D.C. We need our community support more than ever. Some honor flights out there have the total backing of all of their community resources,
elected officials,
big bucks coming in. We have struggled with this here in Southern Colorado, and I don't know if it's because everybody just feels taxed with the Waldo Canyon fires, with Black Forest fires, with the flooding, but for some reason, this is not a priority. And we need to get this to be a priority here in Southern Colorado. And we take them from as far as Durango, La Junta, Trinidad, Pueblo. We have a huge community that we need the support from. And we've recently started an Adopt a Vet program, which has gone really well. Russell Middle School, a group of middle schoolers, are presenting us with a check to adopt a veteran, possibly even more than one veteran, next Friday on November 8th. Oh. They've just been doing little fundraisers at their school, having teachers kiss pigs, wearing certain things to school for the day, things like that. The 10th Medical Group out of the Air Force Academy is sponsoring a veteran. We have Vista Ridge High School out of District 49 that has contacted us and wants to incorporate our World War II veterans into their curriculum in February and to adopt a vet. And so any business, any school, any hospital, any group of people, churches, can get together and sponsor a veteran. And just contact me. My name is Terri, 719-390-7590, and I will help you put together a program to adopt a veteran. And of course, donations are always welcome at our website, www.honorflightsoco.org. There is an easy way to donate by credit card right on our website, and every dollar that we get puts us closer to getting another vet off that waiting list.
And I want to just touch on that really quick. Every dollar, and let me emphasize, I'm the vice president of this chapter. So I will tell you right now, every dollar, because we have guardians that fly with us, that we have to have guardians fly because we need people to push wheelchairs and carry luggage and assist these heroes. I will tell you that all the guardians pay 100% of their own way.
Yes, they do, Aunt Lana.
If that says anything.
And a lot of our guardians have been multiple times. My husband, the president of Honor Flight, has been on 5 trips. Lana, I know you've been on 4. I've been on 3. And, it's something that we do because we feel it is our duty to honor this greatest generation.
Without these, I grew up with a father that flew in World War II. And so I grew up with the World War II history, embedded in my mind. But I will tell you that this generation is the greatest. And it's the greatest generation for many reasons. But the one reason I can remember, and my dad went down to Little Rock, Arkansas, from his little hometown of Keogh, Arkansas, raised his right hand. At 17 years old, his uncle had to sign for him and said, "My country needs me, and I'm going." It was not a matter of anything other than pride for country,
and also
God and country.
So many of these guys and women signed up at 14. They lied about it to get into this conflict.
We'd be all speaking German or Japanese or whatever right now if it wasn't for these World War II veterans. So, Terri, for all you guys do, but stay with us because we're going to talk more about Honor Flight and how you can get involved. honorflightsoco.org.
Wonder Woman. Wonder for you.
Oh, Wonder Woman. Okay. Scott, our producer, thank you so much for all you do for us in the studio. We are back at Common Sense Radio. Again, I'm Lana Four. And, I'm biased. Okay. So I am biased because Common Sense News happens to be the best newspaper in the state and in the country, because we have subscriptions all over the place.
Yes.
We have subscriptions in North Carolina and Texas and Florida, and people want our paper, and I'm just so excited. So, Anne, how can people get in touch with Common Sense News?
They can give us a call at 719-302-1900, or they can go to www.commonsensенewsusa.com.
And get subscriptions
They
there.
get a subscription. They can pick it up at any King Supers, at least along the Front Range, and we have the little posse that runs all over the state, dropping issues. When we go to events, the really fun thing is people are asking us, "Can I take a bundle?" And we are not sure where they're going, but we know they're going somewhere.
Exactly.
We're hoping
We have a
going someplace
caravan
good.
coming to the office too. We have people coming into the office going, okay, so I'm going to Chaffee County, and I'm going to Baca County, and I'm going to Otero County,
Yeah.
and they're taking all these papers, and we're getting emails from Kansas and Texas, and I don't know how I got this, but I got this paper, and it's been fantastic.
Well, and we're pretty sure in the next, at least the next issue or the one after that, we're going to be doubling our printing. We are running low, very low on them right now because they're everywhere. So you pick up your copy and they're free.
We're in
You pick it
1,500
up.
locations around Colorado.
Yeah.
And
If you do a
so-
subscription, it's not free though. That's $49.99.
Yeah, and that is, mailed directly
Covers
to
our-
your mailbox.
Yeah, covers
So-
our postage.
That's great. So Common Sense News is where to get all the information, and Winning with Women is where we're asking women to go. So it's Winning with Women on Facebook. Winning with Women.
On Facebook, and then on our website, it is www.winningwithwomen.org.
And women, get involved. I can't tell you enough how important this is for your families and everything that we work so hard for. What this country is founded on. I'm looking out the window and I'm thinking to myself, the beautiful majesty that God has created for us, that we get to, let's savor that.
One thing I'm really interested with the Winning with Women is how would you start a chapter in your area, in your town? How do you get that? Is it a chapter, or how do you get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. A chapter. Just go to our website, winningwithwomen.org. There's a tab there, start a chapter, fill out the form, and I'll be in touch. Now, Winning with Women, we have 11 administrators scattered throughout America, and they're a reflection of everybody, all walks of life, married, divorced, single, aunts, daughters. And you know what? We are so grassroots. We are not bureaucrats. Get involved. Go ahead. Just send us an email and I'll respond back. It's a lot of fun.
Quick shout out to some people that I just want to talk to about here in Colorado. And I consider them winning women. And these are our very own state senator, Vicki Marble. The woman is amazing. She is a patriot. She is a fighter. She is up there. She's a woman and she's all alone. I just feel like we need to surround her. Women, we need to get around Vicki Marble. Senator Vicki Marble, we love you and we thank you for representing us. We know you represent your district, but you represent the whole state of Colorado. And we thank you for that.
She wades in there swinging when she's up in the Capitol, when she's doing her job. She is fearless and she gets it done.
She just makes me so proud. Mm-hmm. I love Senator Vicki Marble. You're an amazing woman. And in the House, we've got Representative Lori Sain. We've got Representative Perry Buck. Those two are amazing winning women. They fight. They go in there and they just fight for us, girls. I mean, all of us, all of Colorado. They get it. They understand. And Lori Sain and Perry Buck, you guys rock. We love you so much.
And those three freshmen, they all got the award from CUT, Colorado Union of Taxpayers. They got an award for their bills and their voting, which I think is absolutely amazing. And they're freshmen.
See? And you know, this is why. Why is that? Fresh blood. So that means, the citizen legislator. Yes. That's who needs to go run for office.
You can't be a politician.
Yes, citizen legislators, step up to the plate. This shutdown in the government shutdown. Oh man, my blood boiled. We had just come back from our honor flight, our 4th honor flight trip, and it was 2 weeks, and the government shut down, and they put the barricades up. And what I thought about, first thing I thought about when they tried to lock out those World War II veterans.
Good luck.
Good luck. These are the guys that stormed the beaches of Normandy. They dropped bombs out of B-17s over Germany. And you're going to put up some barricades? Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to knock those things down. Terry, what would have happened if it was our flight out there?
Oh, we would have been in jail, Lana. There's no doubt in my mind.
I would have been in jail. We'd been happy.
I actually, when I was watching it happen, like I said, we had just gotten back a couple weeks prior to this. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you spending the money to shut this down when there is never anybody at those memorials from the Park Service or from the government to begin with? These are open memorials. And a lot of these memorials that we go to, even though they were, after a couple weeks, they decided to let these World War II veterans visit their memorial, they were still not able to get into Vietnam and Korea. They still had the barricades down. And it just blows my mind. I have been to Washington, D.C. well over 20 times, 4 times with Honor Flight. Not once have I ever seen a park employee or a state or a government employee at any of these memorials. So why did it need to be shut down?
Because it's a control thing.
Well, and it was them trying to make a statement.
Yes.
But boy, their statement was way off.
Oh, totally off. Yeah. And it's on the front. We have a picture of our 4th flight on the front cover of Common Sense News this month. So you guys can see what we talk about and what we're doing with Honor Flight. I want to give a shout out to Shootin' Den. They're a sponsor of the newspaper and this radio show. They're owned by women.
Yep. Great
It's
gals.
a woman-owned company. They have firearms, ammo, accessories, reloading supplies.
You can get your pink gun in there.
You can get your pink gun. They also are the vendor for the Girl and a Gun, the Rocky Mountain Tactical League, the shooting club. They're the vendor for them too. Go down and see Laura at Shootin' Den. It's down off of Fillmore. It's at 430 West Fillmore Street in Colorado Springs. And it is amazing. Shootin' Den is a great place. And if you walk in, you just know you're a girl and you belong in a gun store. Because it's just, it's,
you do.
It's fantastic. Oh, I put that picture up on Facebook last night with the Tiffany gun. Isn't that cool?
That was cool.
And I'm like, it's teal. It's Tiffany teal. But the thing is that I wanted to just say, I can't even believe that barricade happened in D.C. Barricades. And you know what? We'll knock those suckers down.
Yep.
Knock them down. And Michelle Bachmann was out there.
Yep.
Ted Cruz was out
Sarah
there.
Palin was out there.
Sarah Palin was out there. And our very own Congressman Lamborn was out there.
Uh-huh.
And he's just there. We're not going to let that happen. So we'll be right back.
Stormed it.
But it's wisdom for the pain. Yes, I paid the price. But look how much I got the eye of the tiger. Dancing through the fire.
And we are back for our final segment. I just want to do a quick recap on the show today. We have Leslie White in studio with Winning with Women. And Leslie, we just thank you so much for coming and for talking to us about the Winning with Women, how people can get involved, how they can start chapters, no dues, no just coming for coffee and, just let's get things done.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Where the heels meet the pavement.
Where the heels meet the pavement.
I love that. I
love that. Hey, Leslie, you read a quote earlier. I would like for you to read again. And this is just it's so awesome.
Well, it caught my eye when you were talking about your dad being in Germany and being during that entire World War II was just devastating. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer was an incredible man of God, a Lutheran pastor. And here's a quote. Silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will hold us not guilted. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. And we're living in a time in which we need to stand up. We need to be bold. We need to step up.